Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to Delta Entertainment. I am your host, Lincoln Kenobi. And before we get started, let's please hit that like button and please subscribe to my channel. Would appreciate that very, very much. All right, let's get into this. So this is Delta Entertainment News 3, take 2. So if you saw the last one that I did, I messed up. I had my mic muted the whole entire time when I was about this close to finishing my video stream, and I was just a bit so upset. I mean, God, man, I was on a roll. I was on fire and everything, doing very well. You know, getting the channels done right, getting where I'm going to go to. But of course, I blew it. I just blew it, and I admit my flops. So right now, we're tuning in, we're kicking in, we're gonna kick off, and let's just hope we get things going. So, first off, I want to make a thought about what happened to Dolly Parton from yesterday, who passed away. God rest her soul. She was an entertainer, an artist, and also she is the owner of Dollywood and other Dollywood projects in Pigeon Forge, Tennessee. And also, Tim Curry, we found out today that he passed away. He had a stroke long ago, but he kind of suffered from the heart disease and everything, and then he just went out, man. Went out with a bang, and God rest their souls, man. They will be missed, but they will not be forgotten in my book. So, let's relax and enjoy ourselves, and I hope you all have a great time. So let's get started with this first topic of the day again. So here we go. First topic of the day is that Aspyr Hits legendary Lord of the Rings tie-in games might get a remade. So if you guys have never played Lord of the Rings, The Two Towers, and Return of the King, they first came out on Xbox 360 and PS3, and let me tell you, those games were awesome. Just awesome. I love those games very much. I used to play them all the time. You know, like I first played an Xbox 360. So what I do is on every level of the mission, I used to play first with Aragorn, and then once I go to the next mission, I go back and play with Legolas, go back, play with Gimli, and just do the same thing on every level and everything. And then in Return of the King, you not only play with Legolas, Aragorn, or Gimli on their certain missions where they got to go to, you also play with Gandalf, and you also play with Samwise Gamgee. And let me tell you, the game is great. I enjoyed it. So there is going to be there's hinting that there's going to be a remake, and it's probably going to come out anytime soon this year. Now, me, frankly, with all these games that are coming out, and I'm going to admit, I have been buying a lot of digital games right now. Yes, I have been buying a lot of digital games because one, in my area, I have a Walmart that's close to me, but there's not a lot of good selection of games to pick. I'm not close to a GameStop. I'm like further away from it. I don't even have a Best Buy that's close to me. So, but right now with gas prices going up, that's why nowadays I just buy games digital. But since you guys already know what's going on with PlayStation, they're getting ready to get rid of physical gaming. And plus, let's say if they need to make space and upgrading their PlayStation console, whatever digital game that you own, you don't actually own it. You may purchase the game and spend the money on the contents and all, but the game is owned by the studio. They can take that game away from you. They will take it away from you, and you won't be able to play it again unless you pay for it. That's right. So me, frankly, I'm not doing it. So I am going to be trying to buy physical gaming from now on, hopefully. There are games that I already pre-ordered digital now, but probably in the next runs, I am going to try to buy the physical game discs. They may not be this year. It'll probably most likely be next year. But Now, just to let you know, Asha Shama, she made an announcement about this. And we're going to go to that topic right now. And since I already spoke about this, but there's a little more that I'm going to talk about in a minute. So let's get into this piece right here. So there's a video that she produced out there. And this is going to, and it looks good, a promised idea. But let's see. Here we go. So what she's doing is, now you guys know that she said that we're gonna have a physical to digital option. So which means is for the Xbox Series, which I'm hoping that's what it's gonna be done, which it is, and the future of Xbox consoles, you can play your old games back. All you gotta do is whatever game disc you have, like let's say Splinter Cell, which I already can still play this on Xbox Series X. I can still play it. So let's just say if this gets updated, I can put this game in the drive and have it downloaded digitally, and I will have the license for it. Hopefully that I will own it, and I can just get rid of the physical. But I'm not going to do that. I'm not. That is no. Because just in case if something goes wrong, I will have the physical game disc still. Now, as for PlayStation, there ain't going to be none of that. 2028, that's it. You ain't going to have no more physical, there's no more physical game discs going to be involved into playing this. So, and like I said, PlayStation, also is getting rid of this feature. Whatever games that you own, and later on, if they want to make room or any updates, your digital games that you may have owned will be gone. Wiped out clean. So, I am deciding that I am going to buy a PlayStation 3 console and an Xbox 360 so then I can play older games that I once played and once enjoyed and use it for video game streaming. It would be great for the channel. I mean, I would like to do that. I want to do that because, I mean, I miss playing old games, man. I mean, games like Maximal, Lord of the Rings that I spoke about, the Bourne Identity game. I don't know if you remember that, but if you guys are new and you never heard of the Bourne Identity game that came on games years ago, I recommend you guys do so and check it out. It's a good game. I recommend it. It is a good game. But I do want to get this. So she did announce this. Your physical game library is more than a collection of discs. It holds years of memories and stories worth preserving. Starting next week, Xbox insiders can unlock a digital entertainment for supported physical games. We'll start with thousands of titles and add more as we can. So, whatever games you have physical from Xbox, you can put them in the console, have it downloaded digitally, and you will have owning it. And you will hopefully, which they said, you will own it. I don't know if that's going to work because I don't know if this console can hold that much, especially with an update. Now, I'm sure the newer version of the console, you'll get it and it will feature that. But that's why I think I should just buy an old console. That way, if just in case something goes wrong with this, I will always have that feature. So thank you all for tuning in. I see 3 of you guys are viewing. I appreciate you guys very much. If you guys could, hit that like button and just subscribe to my channel. Would appreciate that. And like I said, my schedule right now, what I'm doing is on my days off, I'm going to try to do some live streaming on entertainment wise, talking about entertainment news, and of course, do some gaming stream. However, I'm probably going to wait till next week's Onimusha, The Way of the Sword, that's going to come out next week. I will try to do a live gaming stream on that. And on my daily week schedule of my job, I'm going to be doing videos. So I hope this schedule will work with me. I hope it does work out with me. Because I do, however, do some outside activity also, you know. So, like I said, I did make a reply to her about this because I know that they want to like do more with just gaming. Like they want to throw like streaming apps. They want to try to have people play from their television. I don't want that. I don't want that. You guys don't probably want that. You just want to play video games in your consoles. That's what you want. You want to play it on your Xbox. You want to play it on your PlayStation. You want to play it on your Nintendo Switch. And of course, on Steam, you want to play it on your computer. I don't want to play it on I don't want to play it on the television. I want to play from my consoles. That's it. No more. So this is what I wrote to her. This is what I wrote to her and everything. Oh, oops. Let me get out of the screen. Wrong screen. All right, here we go. This is what I wrote to her. I did 4 comments. So here we go. I appreciate what you're doing for the Xbox community, but can I ask, I know you're trying to explore more ways to entertain everyone, but for me, a console is meant to play video games, not the following. Stuff in the internet. Following stuff in the internet. We have laptops, computers, cell phones for that, especially watching movies and shows. We don't need streaming apps in our consoles. That's why Xbox One didn't do so well in the first place. Consoles are meant to play games, old and new. All I'm saying is, let's focus on gaming, especially good storytelling. I know it can be tough, but I believe you'll pull through it. Especially getting rid of any employees that don't do a good job entertaining us gamers. I hope you take this with consideration. We only want to use consoles for gaming and not other entertainment stuff. Also, I hope you can give us the option to let us play physical games than just to go from physical to digital. Yeah, because just in case in the long run, if let's just say if you're dying to download a physical game to digital in the console and something goes wrong, you want to have the physical disc itself. That way, you can still play the game. You know, that I believe is the best option that you can think of. Because let me tell you, man, in the long run, if for some reason the Xbox console gets damaged due to this update that's going to take place next week, I don't know, man. I don't know. It just may not work. However, I will try to buy a physical old game and give it a test and see if it'll work. If it works, good. If it don't, at least I'll have a 360. That's if I buy the 360 now than later on, because it's all about money right now. All about money. So now that we have that, let's take a look deeper into this article that we talked about a little bit at first. So shout out to Jessica Lindstrom who put this out there. And like I said, man, all I want is good games. And that's what we need, man. We need good games with good storytelling. Because right now in the video game industry, things have not been turning out to be good. Things are not turning out to be good. And let's face it, we miss playing our old games. And that's what we need. Now, if Asha Sharma makes this possible, makes this happen, it's a victory. It's a step to victory. So let's take a look. All right, here we go. If you're a fan of the classic Lord of the Rings video games, then you'll be ecstatic to hear of a potential re-release of these classic titles in early 2000. Two classic hack and slash video games adaptations of the Lord of the Rings films under the same names, The Two Towers and Return of the King, were released. The Two Towers was financial success and selling almost 4 million units in 2002, allowing the publisher EA to release a sequel based on the third film, Return of the King, a year later. It also received widespread critical acclaim, yet many lamented the game's short length. Yeah, it did feel kind of short. But remember, you don't want to be spoiled on the movie, because I think the game, if I'm not mistaken, I think the game came out before the movie did. Or I think it might have came out after. So, anyways, The Lord of the Rings War in the North Legacy Edition, it came out in 2011 for the PS3 and the Xbox 360. Suddenly went on sale on August 11th of this year. So, there's a possibility that we will be seeing these two titles come out soon. Now, there is no official release date on this. But stay tuned, and I hope to find out more. About this. So, I mean, look, if this happens, well, that's amazing. And I will personally buy it. Physical, not digital. Because, I mean, I hate to lose these game titles that I purchased and everything digitally, and then all of a sudden we're going to be like, oh, fucking great. Are you kidding me right now? Shit. I mean, like I said, man, we don't want to lose our games, man. Our games that we've enjoyed throughout our childhoods, man. And let me tell you, I grew up with a lot of video game consoles. I witnessed the birth of the internet. Yes, I did. I witnessed cell phones, beepers, AT&T, Bell South, when they first came production, before we had Comcast, Connexon, Starlink, other internet networks that came to be because of Bell South and others, and a few others. I witnessed a lot. So, like I said, we don't want to lose these games, man. So let's talk about another article that we got here. This is bad. This is pretty bad. ROG Xbox Ally X20 price and release date reveal of a $1,300 cost, and it's coming out on October 15th. Pre-orders live now at Best Buy. Now, the question is anybody going to buy this? Anybody? This is expensive as hell. This is so expensive. I mean, why are people making this so pricey, man? These companies, man, I mean, I know you got schematics that can cost money and everything, but man, it's just so expensive nowadays, man. I mean, I miss consoles that can cost like $200 to $300 and everything. I was okay with $400. $500 was a bit steep. But I miss consoles that costed $200 to $300, man. I miss that. I really do. But right now, let's face it, man. I mean, this is really it's gonna be tight. This is gonna be very tight. So let's read a little bit of this article so that we can see what we have here. So right here, the ROG Xbox Ally X20, the new version of the joint Asus and Microsoft handheld gaming computer console hybrid will be released on October 15th, and it is priced at $1,300. The caveat, there's a caveat though. That price tag is for the basic ROG Xbox Ally X25, which doesn't come with those AR glasses that Asus showed off. When it announced the device in June, and considering the price, that makes sense as the glasses cost $850, and the ROG Xbox Ally X20 is $300, more than the Ally, more than the standard ROG Xbox Ally X, which goes for $1,000. Dan, listen. This is jacked up. This is too expensive. Very expensive. I mean, who is going to buy this? Please tell me. I mean, are you guys in the chat going to buy this? I'm not going to buy it. That's too expensive for me. I can't afford it. I mean, and plus, this handheld is a copy of Nintendo Switch. It's a copy of Nintendo Switch, and most likely it's a copy of the Steam Deck, you know? Now, the only difference is Steam Deck, you play in PC games. Handheld, you can walk around and play it handheld and everything. And whatever games you want to download into the Steam Deck to play with, you can do that. But I don't need no Steam Deck or another Xbox handheld thing to play with games outside. Me, I'm used to packing my consoles, either my Xbox, PlayStation, or Nintendo Switch, take it with me, and then use it to do a stream one day when I'm in a hotel. You know? So yeah, it's just becoming way expensive right now. It's becoming way expensive, and I'm not liking the idea of this. Oh, let me see who this is. Wham McInerney, welcome, man. Welcome to Kick, man. Thank you very much, man. I do appreciate it, man. I do appreciate your offer, but thank you. So I'll continue what I got right now. So yeah, but like I said, this is too expensive. I don't even know if anybody's going to try to buy this. Now, we did get another announcement. Last night on Geeky Gamers Tuesday Main Event, this was announced. Riververse unveils new animated universe starting with Isom. So, Eric July, the founder and owner of Riververse Comics, is doing an animated universe of these characters that he created in the comic books. You have Isom, you have Yaira, you have the Alpha Core, you have the Horsemen, and other characters that people are loving. He has sold over hundreds of thousands of books, and he has made so much. And right now, he is doing a fundraiser into trying to get a 6-minute episode of Isom. He's trying to get that done. Now, you can go to this website here. All you got to do is just go down all the way down to this article. And just hit this with your support. It's going to lure you to this area. You can join the membership. And you can also, right now, go to the tiers where you want to buy it and support it. You got from $0 with the open support to which is free. And you can go all the way down up to this. However, and the good thing is you won't be charged yet unless they get to that mark. Their goal is to get to 100,000. Look at all these tiers they got. All these tiers. So yeah. Like I said, man, I mean, what a support. So right now they got about 84 supporters with 16,816 total sales right now. And that's good. But like I said, once they get to 100,000. Let me scroll it down because you guys did not see it. You guys couldn't see it right here. Okay, there it is. Because once they get to 100,000, then you'll be charged that amount for you guys to help support that, to support it. I do want to make that support. I do want to make that happen. But until I get rid of some debt that I have, I will make that support. But I do, and I do wish them the best. I know but like I said, money, man. Money is my issue right now. But I am gonna keep that promise. I will probably make a donation of $10 or $20. I will try. So right now, this is their goal. Here is their goals they want to do. You got 100,000 for Isom. You got 450,000 for the Horsemen. You got 625,000 for Yaira. And you got 800,000 for Alpha Core. They're trying to make this happen, man. They want to give you guys not just comic books. They want to do animation too. Hell, there's been a talk that they're trying to do a video game. But, like I said, with your support, and if you guys are Universe fans, go for it. Go for it. Make that opportunity, man. Show your support. I recommend you guys do that. I do recommend it. I really do very much. Because let me tell you, I mean, it'll be a good support for you. It'll be a good support for him, man. All right. So now that we got these out of the way, we're going to discuss this other one right now. And let me tell you, I already said what happened with Dolly Parton, God rest her soul. And I'm going to shout out to this man right here. Shout out to Marvin Montanero, who put out this article yesterday and wants to show this support right here, man. Look, if you guys have never been to Dollywood before, I recommend you guys do so. Dollywood is a nice country theme park. Country theme park, man. I mean, it is awesome. It is perfect. It's perfect for a family-friendly time, man. And if you don't want to go to a theme park here in Dollywood, you can always go to the dinner shows that Dolly Parton has created for everybody. You can always go around Pigeon Forge. There's a whole mess of activities to do. You can do horseback riding. You can go water rafting. You can go mountain hiking. Heck, you go to Gatlinburg. You can walk around the downtown Gatlinburg. You can go up on the tram into the mountains to go ice skating, go a little bit of arcading, and maybe one day if you go in the fall and winter, you can go skiing up there in the mountains. Let me tell you, man, there is a ton of stuff to do when it comes to those two locations, Pigeon Forge and Gatlinburg, man, in Tennessee. Hell, you can even drive to North Carolina. Right there. It's only like an hour or two away. And let me tell you, I mean, it's great. Those two locations are great. But like I said, man, Dollywood is a great location to go to, man. Now, I have these articles linked in my description below the video. So all you got to do is if you want to read these articles, once you finish my video, you guys can go ahead, just click on the link and just take a read. Take a read and you tell me what you think. And like I said, man, just go out there and if you guys want to one day, go out there and show your support of Dolly Parton, man. And look, I do want to make that support. I do want to make that commitment because, like I said, I love Dollywood, man. Dollywood is a real nice theme park. It's not the best because I've gone to Disney, I've gone to Universal Studios, and I like those theme parks. Well, Disney's been kind of messed up right now. Disney is kind of messed up right now. However, I am trying to plan a trip to attend with the Geeks and Gamers in next year, February, the end of February, to go to Disneyland. Because I've never been to Disneyland before. I do tend to check it out. So, like I said, man, it would be great to go over there, man. And especially go to Dollywood to make that support. So, shout out to those guys. Shout out to Dollywood. Prayers to the family. Prayers to our friends. Prayers to the employees. you know, I wish them the best, man. And like I said, man, the show must go on. And like I said, right now there's a lot of support. People will go there, people will explore it. And like I said, guys, you guys got to make that support. Please do that. I really do appreciate it if you could. All right. So, we got this one right here. Now, this one, I have been talking quite a lot about it. Give me 1 second. Let me drink water. Swinging water for the working man. I love it. Swinging water. All right. So, I'm sure you guys have been paying attention on what has been happening with Paramount and Warner Brothers Discovery having that merger deal get blocked by not just Hollywood and not just by 11 other states, which is including California, that makes it 12. It's also got a Biden judge, one of Joe Biden's judges, and also Attorney General Rob Bonta. So the latest that we have is that Rob Bonta, he's blocked the merger. He doesn't want this to happen because the Writer Guild made a complaint about it. So did Hollywood, that they're worried that theaters could be out of business because of what Paramount may do to the projects that are being done. Now, Paramount has promised to make 30 years of filming per a year. 30 films will be released in all theaters, Cinemark, AMC, and Regal every year. And those 3 theaters are in their support. And not just them, you have Congress that is agreed to this. You have European shareholders that did agree with Paramount. I believe that's what they're shareholders. And also, Warner Brothers, who are the ones that made the sale in the first place. They made that agreement. They're ready to do this, but they cannot do it because the merger got blocked. So Monday, 2 days ago, Rob Bonta was about to have an agreement talk with David Ellison, but he backed out of the deal because he thinks they're playing games. Because not too long ago, David Ellison, he made a promise that if Rob Bonta, the Writers Guild, and the 12 states don't help participate in helping him get $1.88 billion and to helping them make payments for the sale of Warner Brothers, they are going to Paramount is going to pack up and leave Hollywood for good. And they have chosen their destination. It's not Texas. It's not Georgia. It's Tennessee. Let me tell you, man, Hollywood has gone through hell. They have made mistakes again and again and again. They have made so many mistakes, and we're asking ourselves, when will this stop? When? I mean, most of these Hollywood actors, they're talking politics. They're dissatisfying the fan base, Yeah, sure, they got their right to say what they want to say, but they got to be careful what they say. Because you have other actors that are good that tend to talk out of the wrong side of things, the narrative side. They're not on the narrative side, and they get themselves canceled at all. You have other actors that are in their narrative side, but they tend to get disliked because of the negative stuff that they are saying. And let me tell you, Hollywood is in a bit of a bind. You have a lot of actors that are trying to keep silent about this. They don't want to talk politics. They want to keep it to themselves. They don't want no Hollywood media reporter asking questions about it. And if you've been watching my videos and looking at my videos, you will know what I'm talking about. You would know. So let's get into this article and read what is going on. So here we go. Paramount Warner Bros. Fight is getting a second courtroom. Iowa wants it to be the highest one in the country. Iowa Attorney General Brianna Byrd says she is taking California to the Supreme Court over the 12-state lawsuit that has frozen Paramount's $110 billion purchase of Warner Bros. Discovery. Byrd, a Republican, made the case in August 25th, opt the Daily Wire, and it comes down to the head count. 12 states, all led by Democratic attorney generals, sued in federal court in Northern California on July 13th and had an ordering halting the deal a week later. 38 states, Byrd says, Republican and Democratic alike, reviewed the same evidence and declined to challenge it, and the Northern California order does not stop at the state line. 12 states have overridden that judgment for the entire country, and Iowans never got a vote. So yeah, I mean, this has gone too far, man. So Benjamin, he put out this post on what Brenda Byrd is doing right now, and yes, damn straight, you got to take them to the court, man. So Byrd's answer is that Iowa can't simply join the California case and doesn't want to. Her argument is that California is once again trying to be the country's regulator, which makes this a dispute between states, and federal law gives the Supreme Court original and exclusive jurisdiction over those. Iowa cannot sue California in a district court. She wrote, and intervening to California in California's chosen forum raises the same problem. Exactly, that's what it does. Without a Supreme Court ruling on that question, Iowa would be walking into California's case before a judge with no authority to decide a controversy between states. She even worked in the bacon. California needs to understand that it doesn't get to decide what Americans can choose to watch or stream. Byrd wrote, comparing it to Iowa's long-running fight with California over its proposition 12 pork rules. The opt does not give a filing date. Byrd's only timing is that California should make a case in the court that can bind every state, and it should make it now, before the bill for the delay comes due. Not only that the bill will come due, Paramount is going to leave Hollywood. It's going to take time for them to really officially, like October 1st, they're going to start leaving, they're going to start packing, and it's going to take them a while to get their employees, to get their equipment, take down their studio, and leave. Hit the road, bye. And let me tell you, when Paramount goes, other studios will follow. I guarantee it. Amazon could be the next one. Amazon could be next in line. You know? So, yeah. The rest of the top op is the cost of waiting. Starting in October, Paramount owes Warner Brothers roughly $7 million a day for as long as the trio sits in limbo. And the state's secure doesn't start until March 2027. Her point, that is money that could have gone to lower streaming prices. Burned instead on a lawsuit the Department of Justice and 6 regulators around the world already decided was unnecessary. She leans hard on the Department of Justice record, more than 8 months, more than 2 million documents reviewed, interviews across the industry, including their competing bidders, and a conclusion that the merger would increase competition across the media and entertainment ecosystem. On the movie side, she notes that the department found competition intensifying rather than shrinking, with Amazon's MGM, A24, Blumhouse, Netflix, and Apple are putting films in theaters now. Then there are the commitments on the table, an estimated $6 billion in savings to reinvest in a public pledge to release at least 30 movies in theaters every year. As for California's claim that the Department of Justice waived the deal through a political favor to the Ellison-Burr response to the same head count, just global, someone she wrote should explain how the Department of Justice managed to get approval in China, Europe, Canada, and other 60 plus jurisdictions. She calls the 12 states a collision of unwilling, more hostile to deal than Europe and China. The timing is not an accident. Bird's opt landed 2 days after Bonta canceled the court-ordered settlement talks, accusing Paramount of leaking, and as of Bloomberg reports, bankers are already shopping New Line Cinema and Warner Brothers cable channels to potential buyers. Ellison October 1st deadline to settle or start moving Paramount out of California in 5 weeks. Yeah, it's going to happen. I hope they do it anyways. I hope they move out of California, man, because like I said, man, Hollywood has become a major problem. And what are they doing? What is Hollywood doing? Nothing. They don't care. They don't care if they got woke, DI, political nonsense in their shit. They don't care. I mean, look at the projects that we've been watching right now. Look at the movie titles that we've been seeing. There have been movies right now this year that have been successful, and there are movies right now that have not been successful. You know? And there are movies that are in between. But like I said, man, you want people to get into theaters, man. You want people to sit down and watch a movie. Have a popcorn, a drink, be with your friends, be with your family. That's what they want. But you got Bonta that is not willing to make this deal. And let me tell you, man, sooner or later, Hollywood is not going to get their way. They're going to lose. Either way, they are going to lose. They're going to lose this battle. And let me tell you, when they lose this battle, I'm going to be so happy and I'm going to be smiling. Hollywood is going to lose either way. It's either they make this deal, and yes, they will lose the bid war. They will lose that bid war and everything in the long run, or they don't make a deal, and Paramount is gone, and other studios will go with it, and people will be losing jobs in a heartbeat. And it's all going to be because of Hollywood. All going to be because of these 12 states. It's all going to be because of Rob Bonta. Now, the Writers Guild, Hollywood unions, Mayor Bass, and Gavin Newsom is telling Rob Bonta to go and meet with Ellison and make a deal. That's all they're trying to do. But they want to do it. They don't want to do it. All they want to do is just ruin it. And let me tell you, it's sad. It is very sad indeed. So, we're going to get into our final topic for the day. And this is the same thing due to what's going on with Paramount Warner Brothers. Paramount's Tennessee move is already freezing deals. The insider says they're not bluffing. They're not. They simply are not bluffing. Tennessee reports are not a negotiating tactic. Per our insiders, Paramount's move out of California is happening and is already costing Hollywood work. Some deals and productions are frozen right now because of the relocation. A source tells us they're not bluffing. The timeline is long. It'll take years, but it will happen. And the destination is settled. Tennessee is the final destination, not Texas, for what our sources are hearing. That tracks with the Wall Street Journal's report, relayed by the New York Post, that Tennessee has emerged as Paramount's preferred landing spot if it leaves California, for people familiar with the company's deliberations. The same weekend, Rob Bonta canceled Monday's courtroom ordered settlement talks, and the move went from contingency to the only plan with a date on it. That's right. Ron Bonta didn't want to sit down and make the agreement. Okay. All right. Paramount is ready to move. I wish they'd just do it right now. I wish they could just do it right now, just to give them a fright. The Post also reported Ellison has been in advanced negotiations over a movie and television studio facility in Austin, Texas. For our insiders, that is not the headquarters answer. A production facility in Austin and a corporate home in Tennessee are two different decisions, and the Ellisons have already made this exact trip once. Larry Ellison moved Oracle's headquarters out of California to Austin, then onto Nashville. So there it is right here in the New York Post. You can read it right here on what has happened. So yeah, it's pretty bad. Nothing our insiders are saying now should surprise CBN readers. It has been on the board since July. July 16th, our insiders said it was chaos at Warner Brothers, with projects on hold, and that the deal is to go through or Warner Brothers gets sold off in pieces or ends up like MGM. Because now Amazon owns MGM. And let me tell you, Netflix, Amazon, and maybe NBC Universal, they are ready. Hey, even Apple. They may just try to buy a certain aspect of it. It's terrible. This is pretty bad. And let me tell you, man, you can check out the dates right here. What's going on. Tell you right now, man. Paramount's not playing around. Paramount's not playing around with this. I believe they're going to do it. I believe they're just going to say, you know what, Rob? If you don't want to make a deal with us, if you don't want to talk with us, man, if you really think we're still playing around, if you really think that we're going to bend the knee, okay, we're just going to pack up and that's it. You guys can kiss my ass. And I believe that's what David Ellison is saying right now. Kiss my ass. Look, we know this. We've seen this. This has happened before when Fox was bought by Disney. Hollywood did not make a complaint about this. Not even the governor of California, the former governor of California, the old governor, or the mayor. Nobody complained. There was no big complaints about it. The reason why this is all happening right now is because of Donald Trump. Larry Ellison is the father of David Ellison. He owns Skydance, and he is helping his son in Paramount to try to make good business profits on Paramount, and especially with Warner Brothers. He is friends with Donald Trump for a long time. And of course, not only the fake news media found out about this, but Hollywood itself found out, and so are some of these actors. And they don't want this to happen. It was the same thing that happened with Netflix. Same thing happened with Netflix. Ted Sarandos made a promise commitment too, that they're going to get movies in theaters. But Netflix backed out of the deal. Paramount got it. And this has just been bad for Paramount. But like I said, Paramount is not losing this battle. They are not giving up without a fight. They will prevail. They will prevail. And I guarantee you guys this. I guarantee you 100% they are not giving up. And it is just so funny how things went into a tumble, went to a turn. And, you know, it's just funny, man, that all this has been happening with them right now. Hollywood has been falling apart because, like I said, they're throwing all their woke DI political nonsense into their movies. I mean, they've ruined franchises in Marvel, DC, Star Wars, even small ones like Willow, Indiana Jones, Percy Jackson, National Treasures, which I'm sure you guys heard an announcement that National Treasures 3 has been greenlit and Nicolas Cage is coming back with Jerry Bruckheimer and forgot the I forgot the director's name. Hold on 1 second, guys. Hold on 1 second. I want to look for the director's name. Got it right here on the article. Let me find it. I gotta look for one of the articles. So let me see here. Where is it? Let me see. I know I got it around here somewhere. Yeah, this is okay, wait, hold up. I got a better idea. Got a better idea, guys. Bear with me, guys. Bear with me. No, that's not it. Oh, okay, let me see. Where is it? Where is it? Let me find the search. Here we go. National Treasures 3. Where is he? Where is it? Really? Come on, dude. Are you serious? You're not gonna. What the hell? Nicolas Cage. I tell you, man. Sometimes I just don't understand what the hell they're doing. Oh Jesus, I can't find it. I don't know what's going on. Let me find it. I got it. I know what I mean. I don't understand. I hate these searches, man. They tell me that I have, but it's not coming up, man. Let me see. National Treasures. Wait. Let's see. Let me see. I think I got it right here. Got it right here. Let me see the directors. No, I forgot the director's name that did National Treasure 3. That's the problem. Okay, here it is. Let me John Turteltaub, who did the direction of National Treasures 3, part 1 and part 2, with Jerry Bruckheimer and Nicolas Cage are coming back. They're all coming back at once. Now, we don't know when it's coming out. It could be in 2 years from now, maybe 3, perhaps. But let me tell you, I really liked the National Treasure movies. They were pretty good. It reminded me of Tomb Raider and Indiana Jones put together, and I really like it. You know, and like I said, man, we have to have good entertainment back, bro. Especially, we cannot have any politics. We can't have any woke DI nonsense in our entertainment right now. Because I'm sure you've been seeing what's been going on with DC so far. What happened with Marvel, you know. Uh, we had some good success with Marvel right now with Spider-Man Brand New Day. Now, Avengers Doomsday is coming out. We don't know how that movie's going to turn out to be. I'm going to watch it. I'm going to see it. I'm going to review it. You know, so we shall see. We shall see how that turns out. But of anything else, man, thank you for looking at my video about video games. Thank you for looking at videos of what's going on with the movies, with shows, everything, you know. And that's what I want to talk about. I just mainly want to talk about entertainment stuff that is going on. You know, of course, I did hear articles about Grand Theft Auto 6 that is only going to come out on digital, not physical, and it is not even going to be a multiplayer game. It is just going to be a single co-op game, and then later on, there's going to be a Grand Theft Auto online where you can play Part 6 multiplayer. So, and right now, the Gears of War E-Day, I saw a trailer yesterday, and it's not good. It definitely isn't good. It's just a girl boss moment. You have a girl boss captain or a lieutenant, whoever, is telling Marcus Phoenix and Dom that you guys are mine now. You guys are following under my orders. So I'm like, why do we have to have a girl boss in this? Why? I miss playing part 1, part 2, and part 3. Now I do have part 1, part 2, part 3 digital. I do have them. I could do a stream on those. But right now I got a schedule of my streams that I'm going to be playing, which next month I'm going to be playing Onimusha, The Way of the Sword. Then later on it'll be Wolverine game. And yes, I've been hearing about a lot of controversy that is going on with Wolverine. I've been hearing a lot about it. I talked about it in my videos. I'm not liking the direction where it's going so far with the female characterizations of the designs. I don't like Wolverine's attitude, you know, of him being too soft on Sabretooth. Like I said, man, it's just bad. It's just bad. It's bad what they're trying to do, man, with our games and everything. And it's like I said, man, movies and games are not the only thing that has been affected. You had book novels and you have comic books that have been affected by this. So, like I said, man, I mean, if you see something that you don't like on what they're doing, just get a voice out there and talk about it. Just get a voice, get on a laptop, get on a computer, and talk about what's going on. What you guys think? What's on your mind? And don't worry, man. And don't worry about what other people tell you, man. Whether they hate you or not, fuck them. It is your voice. You have every right to say what you want to say. And that's it. That's it. That's all I got to say right now. So that's going to be it for my my video on my stream. So thank you all very much for tuning in. I do appreciate you guys. Give me one little favor. As you could please share this video, post a comment below. Let me know your thoughts. And as always, thank you so much for watching this video. Thank you for being part of the channel. And I hope to see you guys until next time. Bye, everyone.